I go to Councillor Owen Jones.
Thank you, Mr Mayor. If we could deal with item 2 separately, thank you.
We're going to 2.
Just in accordance with section 173 of the Local Government Act, I declare I have a real or perceived conflict of interest in this matter, having received $1,800 from Sunland towards my 2016 re-election, and propose to exclude myself from the meeting whilst this matter is debated and the vote is taken.
Okay. Councillor Bolton.
Thank you, Mr Mayor. I declare I may have a perceived conflict of interest in this matter as defined by section 173 of the Local Government Act 2009 due to my 2016 election campaign when, as a candidate, I engaged a company named Shack Communications which provided me with paid fee-for-service consultancy services. As Sunland is also a client of Shack Communications, I'm taking the step of making a declaration, but I've certainly considered my position and I'm firmly of the opinion that I can participate in debate and vote on this matter in the public interest.
Okay. Councillor Gates.
Thank you, Mr Mayor. I would like to declare a perceived conflict of interest regarding the matter before us today due to my receipt of historic donations from Sunland. But I have considered my position and believe I can remain in the room and vote in the public interest. And Mr Mayor, I normally say parties associated with, which I did at committee because I'm not sure who the consultants are, so I'd rather say that I may have received contributions from parties associated with the application, please.
Okay.
Thank you.
Councillor Tozer.
Mr Mayor, I perceive that it could be perceived that I have a conflict of interest in this matter, having being a voluntary director of a charity that is a tenant of Sunland at another location. Having considered my position, I'm firmly of the opinion I can vote on this matter in the public interest.
Okay. Anyone else? Okay. Right, we'll deal with this one. Someone who'd like to move?
Happy to move it, Mr Mayor.
Move. Councillor Caldwell, seconder. Councillor Vorster. Councillor Caldwell, would you like to speak on it? Question, Councillor Peter Young.
Thanks, Mr Mayor, for your indulgence on committee day. I was unfortunately quite unwell and in hospital for tests, and I would have asked these questions at the time. So in regard to this item, I note that one of the acceptable outcomes that's not met is the density, but I couldn't find a reference to what the planning scheme density is, or the city plan density is. So my question is, what is it for this particular site?
You got that?
Through you, Mr Mayor, the planning scheme density is 1 bedroom per 13 square metres, which is RD8.
Thanks. 1 per 13?
1 per 13, that's on page 60 of the agenda.
And so just to clarify, what's being sought here is 1 per 6.5 square metres.
Mr Mayor, that's correct.
Thanks, Mr Mayor.
Okay. Right, there's a motion there. Councillor Caldwell, you want to speak on that?
No.
No, good. Anyone want to speak against? Councillor Peter Young.
Thanks. Briefly, Mr Mayor. I note that there are quite a number of acceptable outcomes from the scheme not complied with, and I've looked carefully at the document. I think some of those are quite basic. You know, they're not really, they're quite marginal. But I do have an ongoing concern about the densities that we're permitting. You know, this building is in unlimited height. I don't have an issue with that whatsoever. But it's just the density that we're enabling to be essentially crammed in, and I'll oppose this. Not anything against the applicant. You know, I have a pretty mature relationship with them, so I don't want to perceive that it's anything personal like that. But regardless of whoever made the application, I'd have the same position. Thanks, Mr Mayor.
Anyone else speak for? Councillor Caldwell, I deem it closed. Okay. I'll put the motion to you, councillors. All in favour, show of hands. Against? Motion carried.
Could I have my name recorded, please, Mr Mayor?
Could you record Councillor Peter Young's name?
Thanks.
Could you ask Councillor Owen Jones to return?